Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
First of all, Coach, congratulations on your first win as a head coach. Two quick questions for you. Number one, your players and your coaches responded with only 4 days to what you wanted. Could you talk about the pride in that, please?
Yeah, we talked about that. Pride and poise and just getting back to being ourselves. You know what I mean? Everything that's going on is in front of us, not behind us. And the team effort you saw today is what we displayed in practice on Thursday and Friday. And I'm proud of those guys for that.
Second of all, you've had great wins as a player, but where does your first head coaching win rank?
It's up there. My stomach was, I had the butterflies before the game. That hasn't happened but 2 other times in my life. And it was special, very special.
Coach, team looked rejuvenated. Seemed like some fresh energy, good execution. I was wondering, what did you tell them? What was the messaging to get that extra edge today?
Yeah, go back to our roots. How did we all get here? You know, and I said it in the press conference, you know, when you were in Pop Warner, you just had the joy and the love for the game. And I just felt like we lost that for a bit. And like I told you, came back on Thursday, if you was at practice, you would have saw it. Friday, same exact thing. And then just their focus throughout the building. I mean, obviously there's videos of the guys playing hoop, having fun, just enjoying themselves. But then when we went to the grass, it was work and business. And they understand that. But more importantly, they want to do it for each other. They just want that feeling, that joy that they're now celebrating, dancing, and having a great time in their locker room.
Coach LT, let's go TV Sports Team. What impressed you the most about the win tonight for you?
Team effort, special teams, outstanding job in punt coverage, kickoff coverage. We're 3 for 3 on our field goals. Offense came out the gate just physical, downhill running, O-line finishing runs. Here's a play with Colton Miller. He had a defender out of bounds. And we finished both of our drives that we had early on with rushing touchdowns. And we talked about the physicality that we wanted to play with and get Josh Jacobs going. Also, what Bo was able to do with Aiden at quarterback, very impressive. Those 2 guys, no sacks, no turnovers. And defensively, we talked about taking the ball away and attacking the quarterback. 8 sacks, 2 picks, Meek, heck of a job. Nate Hobbs, Johnny on the spot, you know. And then to me, the most important part is look how those guys celebrated. Yeah. You know, look what they did together as a unit.
Coach, I was going to ask you about Aiden. Can you assess him? He seemed like he did what you needed and wanted him to do.
Took care of the ball, number one. Did a really good job of being poised. Handled the tempo that we had early on. We had some alerts and checks. Did a good job with that. Looked totally different than the guy that first started. And, you know, just like any rookie, more opportunities, more reps, the better you get. And more importantly, the guys around him really did a good job of protecting him and encouraging him and keeping his chin up.
You guys were up 7-0 with about 6 minutes to go in the first half, and you were very aggressive offensively. Is that kind of the new mindset? And what do you think about Bo's game plan in his first game as a play caller?
Yeah, we talked about being more aggressive. Letting it go. You don't want to call the game scared. Not myself as a head coach, nor did I want the OC or the quarterback to feel like I didn't believe in him. So we felt good about something. We was going to let it roll. And, you know, you saw the shot there with Tucker. Got a guy that can run. And he was running. And he caught that ball, and it was a great throw by Aiden. But more importantly, look at the protection. That we had time to get there and throw that ball 50-plus yards.
Brian Sally, NBC, Las Vegas. If you could describe the feeling you had when you walked through the tunnel for that very first time, and the opportunity to take that picture with Champ and Sandra right after you walked.
First of all, like I said, butterflies. I've had it 3 times as a professional. My first game in the NFL and the Super Bowl, and then my first game as a head coach. That was special. But the other part that was special was the history that we made today. Black president, female, Black general manager, Champ Kelly, and then obviously myself. Don't take that for granted. Again, humbled by the opportunity. And when you look at it, it's just something that, you know, if it goes forever, if it doesn't, you know, for that one moment, we had that opportunity. You know, if it's the next 9 games or so, whatever, let it be. But very humble.
Any more guys?
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Alan, you have a question?
Yeah.
Yep.
Coach, it seemed like Josh was running with more energy, a little more zip to his runs. What did you see in Josh's runs today compared to previous games?
I saw that heartbeat, what we talked about. He's the heartbeat. He's a Raider. When you watch Josh run, he runs angry, and he got back to that running style what we saw last year, and it was just feed him, just go. And even at the end of the game, we wanted to get in there and obviously, get him to that 100-yard mark. We'll keep grinding on that, and that's something obviously I don't take for granted. It's hard to do in the National Football League. We haven't done it this year, but more importantly, it's those 5 guys up front. This week, a lot of love to the big guys. They did a hell of a job. They took on the challenge that we gave them out the gate in our first meeting as a team, and they accomplished it today.
Do one more, Honda.
Coach, you were known as a real scrapper, a physical player. I'm curious, that seems to be the identity that you want the Raiders to look like they were before. Is that accurate? And were you surprised they were able to flip that switch so quickly to be what you wanted them to be?
I think we showed that today. I don't have to talk about it. I think if you watch the game, it was just that. And yes, I want to be that. I think it starts up front. It starts with your O-line and D-line. It's a mentality. It's about taking somebody's will, and then you get the tee off like you saw, like we did with the quarterback getting 8 sacks. So it goes hand in hand, man. Listen, there's all the great teams. They got somebody up front on both sides that put fear in your heart, and then they got a running back and obviously the linebackers and other guys. But more important, this is a great team win. This is a great win for Raider Nation, the fans, our players, our organization. I'm proud to have the opportunity to coach these gentlemen, and we're gonna do it again next week.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.